What is the unforgivable sin? So many people refer to the unforgivable sin that is mentioned in the New Testament of the scriptures of the church. Jesus said that the man could be forgiven, woman could be forgiven of everything except blasphemy against the Holy Spirit. So let us look at what this is and why such would be unforgivable, and if such can exist. First, we would tell you that the Holy Spirit is the power, the essence of creative force. It is what keeps all alive and manifest. It is from that all things flow. The Holy Spirit is from whence all life flows, all creation flows. So, if you say that you do not believe in the Holy Spirit, you're saying you do not believe in the divine essence, the very essence from which the Big Bang burst forth. You are saying you do not believe in the essence of creation. Now understand this. You are the creator of your own destiny. We have told you again and again and again that you create and manifest your own destiny. Well, if you do not believe there is a power or a force to sustain your destiny, if you do not believe that there is a destiny that you can create, how can you create it? Now understand this. When we use the word sin, we mean error or a misstep on the path of life, going the wrong way. So, when we talk about an unpardonable sin, we are talking about treading in a way upon the path that leads to nowhere. But understand this as well. It is written, nothing shall be lost. Even the things that go to nowhere must return and go somewhere. So, when the teachers tell you there is an unpardonable sin, you need to look a little harder at what the Christ actually taught. He taught that this was an unpardonable sin or an error that could not be pardoned because it was a limitation on you creating your divine destiny. Because if you do not believe in the power, you cannot create your future. But understand this as well. As we know, all things return to God. All things return to the divine. It must be understood that such an unpardonable error can only be temporary. For you will return and work through this. You will ultimately have to return to the divine. There is no such thing as an eternally unpardonable error or sin. These things that are so often taught. Do not take into consequence what is the reality. For there is a divinity, a supernal divinity. That triad of supernal being to which you aspire and from which nothing returns. And there is the essence of being, and we would tell you this, that Malkuth is death fallen. Now there are going to be some of you who will say, stop with the big words and say something that will be more understood. We will say to you, step outside of your comfort zone and go educate yourself just a little bit. Perhaps you shouldn't be spoon-fed all of your religious beliefs, because some of those who are spoon-feeding you are feeding you from bottles of poison. And you are just readily taking it in, thinking that by being a pompous fool, you are going to save yourself. And just think of this. Those people, they won't save themselves. But, and how many times have you heard someone say something this foolish, this evil? I desire to be a saint. I desire to be in heaven. Even if I lose my whole family in the process, I will be with God. You really think that a saint would say something like that? They would give their lives to see their families be with God. Moses pled with God, take me, do not destroy the children of Israel. Do you think that any true saint would do less? So, there is no unforgivable sin. There is an error that you can commit that will keep you temporarily in darkness, even if you think you're walking in light. But ultimately, you are a child of God, and you will dwell in God's presence. We leave you with blessing and with peace. Peace be with you.